drippy. It's drippy again. That snow pile's almost gone. And I think this drippy is almost gone too. There's some clearing happening where the sun has been up now for an hour. And this is our, what, second weekend in a row, anyway, at Stowe, Vermont. And it's the last weekend. And it looks like the rain just ended. 6 days ago, there was a major storm forecast for today in New England. Wind and snow and rain. So usually when that happens, when there's a forecast like that, something happens. Pretty mirror puddle. And so what's happening is we get a FROPA, frontal passage, one of 4 fronts going by that we talked about yesterday. Cold, colder, colder, and coldest. Coldest goes into Maine on Monday. Snowstorm in Colorado. That was supposed to be part of the ingredients for our storm, but it's lacking way behind to the south and west, and it's going to miss us to the south. So the ingredients just did not come together. That's what happens. Forecasts more than 48 hours are challenging. Sometimes 24 hours is challenging. I'm not concerned. Looks like the fog has lifted. Glenn Kennedy, is that who it was? Liked the fact that I made the video in the fog yesterday. Thank you, Glenn, for commenting. There's hayride. I don't think it's groomed today, but over easy is working, so that's why I'm out the door a few minutes later than the last couple days. It's close to 7:30 now, and I will be on the ski slopes at 8 o'clock, and I don't have to take the shuttle. All right, so what's it like up there? It's hard to have more fun than we had this morning. Chris and Anthony and the sky and so much going on. It's so difficult to focus on weather forecasting when you're immersed in such wonderful weather happening all around us. But that's part of my deal here, right? I'm supposed to make some forecasts. Well, here's something for you. We've been talking about that possible Arctic wave here next Thursday or so, the 25th. Here's the latest Euro on that. Focus, Tim, focus. Week low, no Arctic air around New England. Now I want to show you the GFS for the same time. This is 1 a.m. Thursday. There's a cutoff Arctic wayward polar vortex right in there. 516 thickness, not the strongest low, but incredibly cold anomalous snow somewhere here in the Northeast. That's for the future. How about the present? Out the door weather and more beautiful weather here in Vermont. We've reversed roles. The last few days we've been drippy, and it's been beautiful in Maine and eastern Massachusetts. Now we are total sunshine, almost total sunshine. It snowed this morning. It rained this morning. We had Kelvin Helmholtz waves this morning. Got to run into Chris and so many others. What a day. It's gorgeous. Meanwhile, in Boston, it's raining right now. In Weymouth, it's raining right now. So I'm sure I'm going to have really tall grass to mow if I can ever get done with ski season. You wouldn't believe how much snow is up there. There's upper hayride. It's just wall to wall snow. On the other side of that is centerline nosedive, wall to wall snow. When I say wall to wall, I mean from the edge of the trail to the other edge of the trail. And you can see the woods are all full of snow. Anyhow, are we done snowing this season? Well, we had a few flakes this morning. There was actually about a ½ inch of snow on the top of the mountain on the old snow this morning to start the day. That was what I'm calling the 420 miracle. It's April 20th. And a week ago today, it was supposed to be a blizzard up here, if you believe the Euro guidance. And now what's going to happen next? All right, I guess I got to do some forecasting, even though I just want to do nowcasting. I can't look away. Look at those waves up there. So we're in between fronts right now. Was one front east of Cape Cod, another front with a low pressure system right over Cape Cod, another front off to our west, and then another front, the Arctic front that's way up there in northern Ontario. And they're all headed from northwest to southeast, and it's going to get colder and colder. I'm really happy though, right now we've separated the temperature in the 30s up top and the dew point in the 20s. So that's why we have sunshine here, but it's very unstable and it's getting colder aloft. Hey, your bus is here. Who ordered the Mercedes luxury van to take them down to the airport? Not me, I'm sticking around another 48 hours to see what happens. I love calling the play-by-play on the weather up here. I'm probably much better at calling the play-by-play than getting the forecast right lately. I didn't think it would be this blue today. Is there anybody out there on the deck at the den? All right, Tim, focus. What's gonna happen? We have another front coming at us, so let's just go right to the Euro And I'm going to stick with it. You know, that's our friend. And we're going to be loyal, even if it is all over the place and it disagrees with the GFS. And there's another front coming at us, a real strong Arctic front that's going to give a glancing blow to Maine tomorrow night with some snow squalls in northern Maine. We just stay cold here. A hard freeze on Monday morning. Many spots in northern New England will be temperatures in the teens on Monday morning with a high temperature near freezing up here. And then that high goes south of us, and we have a little warm up, and now it still looks about the same as it did for Tuesday and Wednesday after a frosty start on Tuesday. We're going to have clouds increase on Wednesday. Here comes that low, and it doesn't look anywhere near as cold as it did a couple of days ago, but it does have rain and maybe some elevation snow coming through here Wednesday night into Thursday. And remember, right there, that's where the GFS has a Arctic cutoff low pressure system, but here in the Euro, it says not much is going to happen. Then we get that front to go south of us, and it's nice Friday, and then it starts to warm up next week with looks like a much warmer southwesterly flow at most levels of the atmosphere here, probably a week from Monday and Tuesday, if you believe it. It's hard to believe pretty much anything it's been writing, putting out past 48 hours. So the Enmore is real busy yesterday. How does a dog know things like Mommy's gonna come back and see him today? Can you tell a dog Mommy's gonna be back in a couple of days? Well, T-Rex was just sitting out here on the porch waiting for Mommy after we did a little walk. So we're gonna go on our evening walk yesterday. Mommy comes home, and then this morning, the lovely lift ladies, Carl came up with that one today, and how much snow the groomers moved last night to connect the over easy back to the Forerunner and all the lift loading areas, and up top they just moved a tremendous amount of snow last night. So hug a groomer, that's what I said, and then I said hug a lifty and hug a scanner anyhow, and ski with Chris and Anthony and go back to that line where I was enjoying myself 3 winters ago and my pass got pulled, reenacting that. But we did not duck any ropes today, and we skied the glades on all natural. What's next? What else is going to happen? We'll find out tomorrow, and out the door, weather, and more and more and more. Look at that beauty. Are you comfy? When's Mommy gonna get here? What's the weather doing? That's trying to brighten up. Not bad. If the sun comes out, if it turns blue, we're going back up there, T-Rex. One of us is anyway. 7 days after the final sugar slalom. This is what it looks like down at Sunny Spruce. Amazing how well they timed the last event before the snow melt. This is lower elevation. There's still plenty up top. What's that noise, T-Rex? What are we doing? It's the high rent district. Are we allowed to walk on this place? There's how much snow is still on the ground. Up high, there is still a ton of snow on the race course at Main Street. Some people get after it for their evening exercise. What are you doing for your evening exercise, T-Rex? What season is it? Oh yeah, mud season, that's right. Hey, club pool, they left the door open. That was a mistake. Stop. Are you whining? What are you whining about? You know that Mommy's on the way, right? Is that her? Nope. Sorry. There was the tiniest little rain shower with another cold front that came by at about, 4 p.m. Now it's... Oh, and by the way, Sterling, way to get that 357 lift, your one run of the day. Still plenty of snow up in the trees there. It's about 6:30. And T-Rex is sitting here whining because he knows Mommy's about to arrive. How do you know that? That's what I want to know. Do you listen to us on the phone? Is that her? Kidding. How he knows is beyond me. Wow, somebody he really wants to see.
I see.
What's the short your time so I gotta talk?
So that's where we were watching from, right there, and he just pulled in. Yeah. Thanks for turning the over easy back on, and thanks for finding all this snow. There was only about 2 inches of snow here yesterday. I don't know, they must have had a pile up there. You guys are the greatest. You guys are heroes, keeping the season going. That's what it was yesterday. That's what it is today. And that's what that is. Not exactly Tommy Bahama weather, but beats rain and fog. Seriously, wow. They added 15 inches of snow here last night. Farmed it somewhere and brought it down. 8 o'clock. April 20th, 4:20. I'm late. It's 8:02. Look at all this snow. Where did this come from?
They cleared, the groomers worked tirelessly last night, and they push it off of a trail that's closed, and they push it all down here, and they engineer a ramp. Because yesterday it was only like an inch. It was like that much.
Yeah, right.
And now look at it. It's like 2 feet.
Oh man, hug a groomer.
Hug a groomer.
Hug a lifty.
Hug a lifty. Hug a groomer.
Nice. Look at all that snow. Couple of raindrops, okay. It's getting colder up in the sky while it gets warmer down near the ground. We might have some snowflakes today. Oh, Tyler said hug a scanner. I don't know what everyone's called. Here it is. It's snowing. Tower 8. Feels zuggy. We have snow on the last weekend of skiing. Bring it. Check it out. There's actually a little snow on the moss. Freshies. Trees are turning a little bit white. It's about 50 degrees colder than closing weekend last year. Yeah, I'm late. Look at that, almost like a half inch of snow there. Yeah, I'm sorry, it still turns me on. You can see the white coming in from the north, called cold air advection. What is this coming down from the sky? Oh my goodness. Last year it was 78 degrees on the closing weekend.
That's true. Well, at least it's not rain.
The top has a half inch of new snow on it, and it's awesome. It makes a real difference. You can feel it on top of the slush. Anyhow, hug a scanner. That's what I meant to say, right?
Hug a scanner.
Hug a scanner. What's your name?
What, Anthony?
Anthony, who's that up there?
That's my friend Chris.
Chris, he said he was gonna find me. Go ahead, Chris. We're Twitter buddies. Now we're skiing buddies. Upper nosedive. Look at that snow. Look at him carve it. Yeah. Oh, I hate when my glove gets in the way. Nice job, Chris. Look at all the snow we have. And friends, making more friends. And it's snowing. It's a 420 miracle. That's a secret cut through.
Secret cutter, huh?
All right, what's your name? Where you from?
Chris from Bottom Left, Connecticut.
Bottom left, I love that. And how did you describe the feeling in your legs just now going down nosedive?
Dogs are barking, man.
Already.
And it's what, 9 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get some serious vertical around here.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony, you guys always teaming up and skiing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Riding?
Me and my buddy, I had to give a buddy my shout out, Phil. He couldn't make it this weekend. So.
Oh, Phil.
He watches, he's just as obsessed with your videos as I am, so.
Oh, thanks a lot for watching. You knew the whole story.
Yeah, man, we're glued to it. Are you kidding
Lost
me?
my pass a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah,
what happened
man.
was, you see that rope right down there? It was a wicked foggy day, and I just ducked under it and went around the corner in the fog. But then a couple other guys came by, and they got snagged in the rope, and patrol was right behind them, and the patrol asked them what they were doing. They said, we're following some other guy that just went in there. And that's how I got busted. I was way down in the trees, minding my own business. I didn't even have my skis on when that happened. It was way down in there.
How much snow was there?
There was 18 inches of snow. I
Oh,
was
you did it
literally
for
measuring
18
the snow.
inches of snow?
It was
Man, I
18.
thought you were going to say like 4 feet.
Now, bypass, if everyone skied bypass that day, it would not have been good, but there was enough for one TK.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the glades where it happened.
All right, cool.
Here's Chris on TK's line. Anthony just said he didn't want to go in the glades. Too late. Doing it.
Yeah. All right.
And then there's a whole bunch of room to go into these trees, and there's still enough snow in there. Let's do it. And this is where it happened.
That's nuts.
This is where
That's a tragic
the
story.
guy in the red coat found me and says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I'm measuring the snow for the National Weather Service. I'm doing the water content."
Damn red
And-
coats.
You see your pass? He takes a picture of my pass, and that was it.
It's snowing. We're in the Glades on April
20th. You're sitting on
3 feet of natural snow.
right here.
This is probably some pretty old snow.
Yeah, it is.
underneath.
The last snow we got was last.
Saturday night, so 8-day-old top here.
There you go.
So I'm gonna make a little video.
You guys coming down through the Glades?
Sweet.
In this, look at
This
what a
is
beautiful
awesome.
day. It's a 420 miracle. And then there's the sun, and the sun is kind of shining up there too.
Just barely make it out through the budding trees. All right, so we did not duck any ropes this time, and we are on all natural snow in the Glades on April 20th. Sweet, nice.
Welcome to Nosedive Glades, guys.
We're making our friends jealous back home. April ski season is over. We are in the Glades. I reenacted when my pass got taken with Chris from Twitter and Anthony. He came up here specifically to find me. Follows me on Twitter, watches all our videos, so I'm sure he knows who you are too.
What a day. This is it right here.
So what kind of ski season was this?
This is easily the best, worst ski season in history. It has to be.
And you've been saying that to
Oh,
yourself?
I've been saying that, yeah, since March.
I thought you were toying with me because that's the first line in the Jay Snow blog I wrote yesterday.
You know?
The last one of the year, and I wrote the best, worst ski season. And I actually got to credit Sean Vecchione because he's the one that came up with it. And then you repeated it.
There
So,
you go.
Great
All right.
minds think alike.
100%.
And here we are, still going, 420.
Have I said 420 enough?
You said it a couple times, I think.
Just a few.
Might have mentioned it.
Right there, yeah.
We've got the waves in the sky. I forget how to say it. Kelvin, Humboldt.
Oh, man.
That was so fun skiing with you guys.
Yeah, you too, man. It's great
Look
meeting
at
you.
the sky. That was so fun. You said you didn't want to go in the Glades, but you came right in there.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
it.
those glades are fun. I
Yeah,
like those.
definitely. And the sky is so awesome. So our ski day is not done, but that's it for the And More today, or is it? And more and more and more. Chris and Anthony, it's Donna and Carl.
Hi, Carl. How's it going?
He came up from Connecticut
Twitter
to
friends.
find me. I'm not kidding.
Connecticut?
Twitter, never met him.
Go.
And more and more and more.